Well, hello everyone. This is Mike Shearer 1250 here once again. As I promised in my earlier video like this that I would do these sort of videos when I can and when I could be bothered. Well, here's one of those times when I felt like doing one. So yeah, currently at the moment I'm on annual leave. Yay, finally! After I've worked 14 straight months in a row. For the first couple of months I was doing static work at a site and then from late January until literally the last day of February I was driving around a whole lot of different sites in Adelaide and South Auckland and pretty much clocked well over 52,000 Ks a night. Which, when you put it in perspective, after doing like 12-hour shifts, about 300 Ks a night, that's really horrible. Anyway, enough about work. Trains now. Right, and speaking of which, just last weekend I was both days out at the Glenbrook Vintage Railway because we had our biannual day out with Thomas the Tank Engine. On the Saturday I was selling the tickets to ride behind the New Zealand version of Thomas, which after a while I actually felt like I was a bloody parrot after repeating the same thing time after time after time, even though there was pretty much a sign right beside me which said the exact same thing. But at least the following day was a lot more fun for me. I was to clean on one of the steam engines, the one and only awesome as JA1250 Diana. But for the Thomas weekend she had to have her nameplates covered over because of the old Thomas franchise laws stated that unless the engines were Thomas characters they weren't allowed to have any names. But yeah, that was a really fun time because it was the first time in months since I had been on the steam engines out at Glenbrook because I'd applied for work for time off work to go out and do the cleaner duty so many times and work never gave it to me. So, but oh well, life happens. But it was also like first time in a while that I'd been on 1250. But it was a really neat time as well because I got to do the firing of one trip and was actually surprised at how well I did considering it's been so long since I was on the footplate of 1250. And because I got to blow the whistle as the train was rounding the top curve into the station. Unfortunately no one else managed to capture it on video, which was pretty stinky because she was a beauty. She started off quiet, then got loud, quiet again, then one extra toot, and yeah, and that day I actually we had to start at about 5 o'clock in the morning because we had to have the engines ready by 8 o'clock, 8:30 to depart. Then afterwards we didn't actually finish up to about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock because we had to put the carriages away, get out all the ashes out of the smoke box and the firebox, cool them down, chuck them over into a special storage part, and then afterwards the special qualified people actually just put the engines away in the shed. And because I actually stayed at the depot that Saturday night because it would have totaled well over 200 Ks or so from my place down to Glenbrook, back up again. Those 2 times would have just been a waste of time and petrol, so I decided to just stay down the depot. Would have been a whole lot easier. Well, that's all about how I really feel like doing today, so see you later, and hopefully one of these days I'll be making another one of these videos. So till then, stay safe and keep training.